Order filled.
Okay, we've got a long attempt here on NASDAQ. Let's set this trade up. Let's see, we've got a low. We're going to put it at 21 even. $21 even is the stop. There's that. Okay, we're gonna shoot for the first target is going to be let's go right here for the first limit order, and let's measure. Let's use the fib extension here to measure this. And beyond that level, I see 18,415. That's not really giving a very big move. All right, 18,415, which is just above this level here, which makes me feel like we may as well just get out at the first one. Okay, tentatively speaking, 18,415, that's going to be the second limit order. I don't know, I might move that. I might just make that like a halfway point. It just seems kind of like pointless with them being so close together. Okay, so that's where it's at for now. And we just created a fair value gap here, which honestly I'm not a huge fan of, because sometimes they pull back and then they just run through these fucking fair value gaps. All right, we're gonna outline this fair value gap. If I can see where this candle, all right. So we'll see how this responds to the fair value gap. We'll see if it actually respects it or if we just get run through. And we wait. So excuse me, I'm trading this like a short-term uptrend, and basically we pulled back to the 50 moving average in both the 3-minute and the 5-minute time frame. Looks like we're getting a little bounce here, but there's also a high possibility that this could just not go that great. And I'll tell you, there's not always something that I'm worried about in a trade, but if there is something that I think could go against me, I do try to be like aware of that. So in this particular situation, we have the London low of the day, which has not seen a run on liquidity. So we could definitely push down and run through that liquidity, running through my stop order. And we also, in the higher time frame, we have this gigantic bearish fair value gap, which is formed in the 1 hour time frame. And yesterday we pulled back into that fair value gap. I usually look for a fair value gap to be pulled back into as deep as 50 to 60%. And it appears that it did do that. But it, the higher time frame, we might not be done moving down. And that would make sense because there's just a few things going on. Like, we've rejected off of the previous day's high. We have London's liquidity, London's low, that liquidity sitting around 18,285 on the day. And then again, this fair value gap. So that's a multitude of things that could potentially be the reason why this trade doesn't go favorably for me. However, what I am doing right now is I'm trying not to focus on all of the possible things that could potentially happen in the market, because let's be quite frank, any fucking thing could happen. What I'm trying to focus on is what I see right here, right now, and I'm trying to trade that. So what I see right here, right now, is that in the short term, we do have an uptrend. We had a pullback, nice deep one, break of structure, and then we had that little visit and bounce off of the 50 moving average. So that's what's happening here. And the hope is that my direction is correct along with my timing. And we wait and see what happens. And if we can get back above my entry point, then we'll start to manage the trade in terms of adjusting the stop loss and stuff like that. So we'll just give it time and see what's going to happen here. Hopefully this 3-minute fair value gap that we've got outlined on the screen will be respected, and we will just shoot upwards to the moon from here, and there won't be any issues. And yeah, we wait. And this is not the basis of why I took this trade, but for all you ICT kids, it is between 10 and 11 New York time. We do have a formation of a bullish fair value gap. Entry around here would be the silver bullet. So for all the ICT kids and the ICT doubters, we will see, does the silver bullet really work? Is it dependable? Can you trust your capital on it? Again, not the basis of this trade for me, because I don't like taking trades that are solely based on fair value gaps. I've just not had, when I first started learning about fair value gaps, my rules were very loose and I just got ran through quite a bit. So I'm not a huge fan of that, but I like to look at other things as well. But it is nice to see it, because I have seen the silver bullet. I've seen it play out a number of times. When I go back and I look at the chart for the day when I'm reviewing my trades, sometimes I actually see it and catch it while I'm trading, and a lot of times I don't, because again, I'm just looking for other stuff. besides just a fair value gap alone. But like I said, it is nice to see. So we'll see if it holds up. And by the way, oh man. Never mind. Just know that London's low, that liquidity is not that far away from where we're at on the chart right now. Oh my God, look at this fair value gap getting ran through. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Yeah, it's a wrap. I'm
Stop filled.
Well, ICT kids. That's that. The fair value gap, the silver bullet did not hold up this time. I wish I could say that. I really wish I could say that it did, because fuck. But it did not. So my guess would be 18,285 around here. That's crazy. Fuck. That's like the first loss I've taken in a while. My guess would be we're going to go down to somewhere around here, because this is where the liquidity is at, and usually once it runs that liquidity, it usually does it really hard. Like, it's not nice to it. So we're probably just going to see a fucking... This sucks. I told myself that was a bad place to take a trade too. It doesn't matter though, because I did it. All right, well, there's that. We wait for the next one. I'm so sorry that for myself that the silver bullet did not hold up, and nor did my judgment in this one until the next one.